Would you mind helping me for a moment? I recently went back to Card College to get my degree in playing card management. Yeah, Card College. It's actually Card College University online. But before I graduate with my master's, I have to do my practical exam, and it's mostly easy stuff such as cutting off a random amount of cards from the deck and then identifying that this is, in fact, 29 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Like I said, most of it's easy. The other thing I got to do is like spread through the deck and quickly memorize it, all 52 cards and their positions. You see here, yep, 8 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, perfect. So that way I can grab it, cut to a number or cut to a random one and realize that this is the 10 of clubs. Now the one I need your help with though, the hardest one, is where I have to control these cards without ever touching them. So if you don't mind, I'm going to hand the cards to you. And what I want you to do is go ahead and deal down as many cards as you want. You can deal down single cards, you can deal down packs of cards, and stop whenever you would like. So I'm going to hand these to the spectator. They're going to deal cards, deal bunches of cards. Oops. Deal a couple cards, deal bunches of cards, and they stop. Perfect. You're good there? Okay. What I want you to do is go ahead and deal this card to me, and I will take a look at it, memorize it. I'm going to stick it back in the pack. I want you to go ahead and stick the rest of the pack all on top. Now go ahead and take the cards. The spectator can really take the cards and shuffle them as many times as they would like. So go ahead and shuffle them up. You can shuffle overhand, you can riffle shuffle, you can do a casino wash. It does not matter. However many times you like, so you're comfortable. And once you're done shuffling them, what I want you to do is I want you to deal down cards face down on the table again. But this time I want you to deal them one at a time. And I want you to deal them until you feel like you're good and stop whenever you want. And the spectator really can stop whenever they would like. So go ahead and do that now. All right. Good there? Perfect. Okay. So just before we take a look at this, I want to recap what happened. So you dealt down as many cards as you would like. You could deal them in packets, you could deal them individual, and then you dealt me a card. I took a look at that card, I memorized that card, and I placed it down on top of the packet. You took the rest of the cards, put it on top, and then you shuffled the cards as many times as you wanted to. After that, you dealt until you felt like stopping. Is that correct? Is it fair to say that I have not influenced you in any way? Great. For the first time, I'm going to tell you what my card was. My card was the 4 of hearts. How crazy would it be if you stopped right here? This is the card that you stopped at. You dealt these down if that was my card. Go ahead and turn it over. The 4 of hearts. I appreciate your help, guys. Thank you. How was that done? What is up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that little presentation of Card College. Card College is kind of a mashup of routines that I put together to showcase the ability of using a marked deck. So if you're not sure how that video was done, all those tricks were done with my marked deck that I personally marked on a set of bicycle rider backs. A couple days ago, I decided that I wanted to create my own mark deck. So I came up with my own marking system. And what I did was I looked at the back of the bicycle rider backs and I noticed right here that there is these little flowers with these little petals. And each one of them happens to have 10 petals, including the middle one. So what I decided to do was on the left-hand side for me, so on your left, I decided to mark out one of the pedals for each value. And then on the other side, I marked out your 12 o'clock, your 3 o'clock, your 6 o'clock, and your 9 o'clock for the suits. So this was the Joker of the new deck that I just marked out. The funny thing about this was, shortly after I marked my deck, I was watching a video by the channel's called The Other Shuffle, and he showcased a video doing a similar trick to the ending of my trick. That's where one of those came from, was from his channel, so credit to him. And he had a very similar marked deck to me. He also wanted to mark his own deck. So I'm going to put a link to his channel in my description because we have very similar marked decks, and my final trick in this video is kind of a spin-off of his final trick, or his trick in one of his videos. So he deserves the credit for that there. And he's just getting his channel up and running just like I am. He's been doing it a little bit longer than I have, but be sure to go check his channel out if you haven't yet. So I'll just want to give you an example of how I did my deck. So for example, over here we have, right here, we have at the noon o'clock, so 2, 3, 4, yep. Sorry, I'm doing this backwards. 2, 3, 4, spades, clubs, the 4 of clubs. The next one that we got right here, see that right there? 2, spades, clubs, hearts, 2 of hearts. So that's kind of how the numbers go. Very important that the bottom one right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted that to be 6 so that I could have an easy count up to 8, 9, 5, 4. Just this is kind of my reference point. So this is going to be the 6 of spades, clubs, hearts, diamonds. 6 of diamonds. So that's kind of how that works. One more important example here is the court cards and the 10. So this is how the 10 works. Just the middle is marked out. So this is the 10 of spades, clubs. Court cards, I marked out the 10 hole and then jack, queen, king, ace. So this is the king, spades, clubs, hearts, diamonds, king of diamonds. The other thing I wanted to do is I really wanted to learn how to memorize a deck. So the easiest way to do that is to put your deck in some sort of stack, which also allows for other types of tricks. And then number the back of the deck, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 52. So that way you can practice and say, oh, number 36 is a 2 of diamonds. And so you can memorize the deck. I wanted to have a trainer deck, that's what they're called, for mem deck as well. So I set mine up in mnemonic stack, and then I numbered that stack. But I also wanted to still be able to use it. So if you notice on the back here, there's 10 spokes on either side of this bicycle. So what I did is I marked one of the spokes short for the number. So for example, this is number 1. So you notice that spoke is missing. So this is card 1. This allows me to know when I cut the cards in that video, when I cut the random card here, I could take a look at this card and know that that's a 2, so 26. So that means this is 25 cards. Helps me to be able to do the trick, but also helps me learn how to memorize the mnemonica stack. A couple quick things to note on there. So how I did this is I went all the way down to 10. Get the 10. So if you notice, the 10 spoke is marked out. And then you go to 11, and you've got the 11, the 1 spoke and the 1. 1 and 1 is 11. 1 and 2 is 12. All the way down to 20. And this is important because for 20, I did 2 and 10. That was our 20. And then back up 21. Now, the only thing to keep in mind with a type of deck like that, with this numbering system, is orientation matters. It will mess you up. So I only marked one side of this deck. Notice the bottom side is not marked. I do have another deck that is marked on both directions. And I created a key marker so I knew which side was up. I just noticed how that has a double line for that spade. There's only a single line here. So that's the right side up. So if you do mark both sides, like this has both sides marked, you know which direction is up for this orientation. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.